Long before humans, before dinosaurs, Earth was a water world.
The oceans were crowded, competitive, and dangerous. Predators ruled with armor, speed, and jaws of bone. Every niche was contested. Survival demanded innovation. But beyond the shore lay an empty world. Land was hostile. No shelter, no food, no mercy. The air was thick with carbon dioxide. No animal dared to stay. But life is patient. Every retreating tide posed a question. Could life survive without water?
The answer began with plants.
They clung to stone and slowly broke it apart. They trapped water. They held nutrients. For the first time, soil was born. Then came plants with veins. They carried water upward, against gravity. Photosynthesis transformed light into life. Oxygen levels slowly began to rise.
Land was changing.
And animals noticed. The first explorers were small and many-legged. Arthropods dared to stay. Their armor slowed dehydration. New ways to breathe emerged. Life on land had begun. But the oceans were changing too. Oxygen-poor waters became deadly traps. Some fish were different. Their fins were strong and flexible. Inside were bones like arms. They could breathe air. Crude lungs offered a second chance. One species stood at the edge. Tiktaalik had a neck.
It could support its own weight.
Movement became possibility. New food awaited. And fewer predators followed. The shore was no longer forbidden. Others would follow. Fins slowly became limbs. The first four-legged animals emerged. They still needed water, but land had claimed them. Earth was no longer a water world. The Great Leap had begun. Life on land was possible, but never easy. Without water's support, gravity became an enemy. Bones grew stronger, denser, heavier. Muscles evolved to hold the body upright. Every step consumed enormous energy. Air breathing became essential. Gills faded. Lungs took control. But air stole moisture relentlessly. Skin evolved barriers against dehydration. Water was still a refuge. Reproduction tied them to the shoreline. Life balanced on a thin margin. Meanwhile, land filled with prey. New food sources rewarded persistence.
Senses adapted to air.
Hearing and vision reshaped perception. Land brought extreme temperatures. Warmth became survival.
Weather now ruled life.
Behavior evolved alongside anatomy. Each generation ventured farther. Change unfolded over millions of years. Evolution explored countless designs. Most experiments failed. A few changed everything. Plants transformed the planet. Roots reshaped continents. Erosion slowed. Rivers stabilized. Life grew larger, bolder. New food chains formed. Land was no longer empty. Earth had two worlds now. But change never stops. The Devonian world faced crisis. Those bound to water vanished. Those adapted to land endured. From them came countless descendants. Eggs would soon escape water. Life would fully sever its final tether. Land had been conquered. The consequences would echo forever. Reptiles, mammals, birds.
Even us.
All traced back to this moment. When fins challenged gravity. And life refused to turn back. The Great Leap reshaped Earth. A silent revolution. Before humans, there was courage. To truly claim land, life needed one final breakthrough. Waterbound eggs were a fatal weakness. Most offspring never survived. Natural selection searched for alternatives. The answer was enclosure. A self-contained life support system.
Fluid protected the embryo.
The shell breathed without drying out. Eggs no longer needed water. Reproduction moved inland.
Young were born, ready for land. Others remained tied to water. Reptiles surged forward. Dry, scaly skin conserved moisture. Claws replaced webbed feet.
Breathing grew more efficient. Stronger jaws expanded diets. Life conquered dry land. Evolution accelerated. New lineages emerged. One branch would lead to mammals. Another to dinosaurs. Some would return to the air. The planet continued to change. And life adapted or vanished. Extinction cleared paths. Survival rewarded flexibility. Land ecosystems grew complex. Balance emerged from conflict. Some waited in the shadows. Adaptation took many forms. Time multiplied every experiment. Earth tested life relentlessly. Giants would walk the land. Others survived by remaining small.
Change can be sudden. And unforgiving.
Opportunity followed destruction.
Warm-blooded life spread. Intelligence emerged. A new force entered the system. One that could reshape the planet. Yet it all began here. With a fish that refused limits.
A single step multiplied by time. Becoming forests, cities, civilizations.
The Great Leap never ended. It continues through us. Before humans, life learned to stand.
The planet keeps its memory in stone. Every layer records a decision made by life.
Bones remember gravity.
Footprints remember courage.
Water remembers resistance.
Air remembers adaptation. The world itself kept moving. Life adjusted again and again. Stability was temporary.
Silence followed. Then life tried again. Evolution does not plan.
It explores.
Most paths lead nowhere.
A few led everywhere.
The same bones, endlessly repurposed.
One structure, many futures. Senses sharpened.
Awareness expanded.
Behavior became strategy.
Problem-solving emerged.
Control followed adaptation. Time compressed consequence.
All roads still lead back here.
The first step was not destiny.
It was a response.
To scarcity.
to suffocation. To threat. Opportunity hid inside danger. Many tried. Few endured. Success was inherited. So were limitations. Our backs still bear ancient compromises. Our lungs remember shallow water. Our beginnings echo the first eggs. We are layered upon them. For the first time, one species reshaped the system. Faster than evolution can respond. The experiment continues. The sea still waits. As it always has. Life adapts or yields. We are part of the same motion. One decision. 400 million years long.
Before humans, there was adaptation.
The story does not end.
It never truly did.
Every era inherits the last. Life builds, then tests itself. Nothing is truly separate. Some still walk the edge. Others mastered the distance. Care became strategy. Some returned to the sea. We never fully left. Our steps echo older ones. Every movement carries history. Now the planet responds to us. Faster than before. Life adjusts again. But not all survive. Renewal follows loss. As it always has. The experiment continues. Before humans. There was hesitation. Pressure.
adaptation. And persistence.
Nothing more was required.
No plan. No intention.
Only response. We are one such response.
Our breath mirrors the sea.
Our bodies remember. Our beginnings still float. We did not arrive alone. We arrived late. And inherited everything. The cost and the gift. What happens next? Remains undecided.
Evolution never promised permanence.
Only continuity. And forgetting. Before humans.
There was life. Before life. There was change.
Change continues.
With or without us.
The experiment remains open.
End.